¿Qué pasa, mi familia? It's your girl Sania, and welcome to Sania Palace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live, and today is a beautiful night, day. It is currently 1:09 where I am, a.m. And, you know, I really enjoy peace, a peace of mind, but just the peace and quiet. It really settles my soul. Yeah. But anyway, I am here to go ahead and jump into my daily prayer routine. Um, this is a part of my challenge, my journey. Every single day for the month of August, I am digging into my spirituality and just focusing on creating a healthy, positive mindset. So, that is what my journey is all about. This is more of, a documentary journey for me. So I can just, go back or look back and reflect on what I've been doing this entire month. Next month, I'm not really sure what I want to do, but most likely I might give it a break and just do pre recorded videos again. And then the month after that, jump into another challenge. But of course, I'm trying to take it one day at a time because it can get a little overwhelming. And not that I'm gonna stop doing this after my challenge either, but I won't be doing this on camera. I just did this to kind of hold myself accountable, but also so that you guys can hold me accountable. So that's why I decided to do this publicly. So on that note, I'm gonna jump right in, and hopefully I can get me some rest while my babies are sleeping peacefully, and then we can all wake up at a decent time. So today is August 23rd, 2024. Also, before I forget, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, go check out my other content, give me some constructive criticism. As long as it's positive, I am definitely all for it. So yes, please, please go and do that. I'll greatly appreciate it. But let me go ahead and start with my first notes. I always start off with a devotion, which the devotion is from God Hears Her. And it says, when they heard this sound, a crowd came together in bewilderment because each one heard their own language being spoken. And that's Acts 2:6. Um, yeah, so then I'm going to jump into my Bible notes. Um, so it says, so you see, just as death came into the world through a man, now the resurrection from the dead has begun through another man. And that was in, what was that? I think in First Corinthians. Yeah, it was in First Corinthians 15, chapter 21. And then, okay, so I wasn't going to write all this down because there was a whole section that I was reading that really stood out to me. So, this is what my challenge journey looks like. It's pretty much my notes that jump out to me when I read the word. And in doing this, I'm hoping to reflect back and see, what was understood or what I understand in the future that I didn't understand now. So, It says this: just as everyone dies because we all belong to Adam, everyone who belongs to Christ will be given new life. But there is an order to the resurrection. Christ was raised as the first of the harvest. Then all who belong to Christ will be raised when he comes back. After that, the end will come, when he will turn the kingdom over to God the Father, having destroyed every ruler and authority and power. For Christ must reign until he humbles all his enemies beneath his feet. And the last enemy to be destroyed is death. For the scriptures say, God has put all things under his authority. Of course, when it says all things are under his authority, that does not include God himself, who gave Christ his authority. Then, when all things are under his authority, the Son will put himself under God's authority, so that God, who gave his Son authority over all things, will be utterly supreme over everything, everywhere. So, I'm gonna just pause there because that was a long little passage. Um, Pretty much with this passage, I feel like people definitely, well, how can I say? And when I say people, I'm saying me too, okay? So I'm talking for all of us. um, but I feel sometimes we don't understand what it means to die and have life again. Um, there's so many people out here that, yes, we believe in the resurrection, but do we know, like, in detail what our duty will be or our role will be after that? And that's where it can, look a little gray area. Um, let's see. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. Uh, Thank you. What is your business goal that you were talking about? Um, my business goal, what I plan to do is pretty much I want to be like a network hub. I want to build a community where I supply tools, resources, and conversations that help people come into whatever it is that you're interested in. Um, but with doing that, I I really want to have, how can I say, this is for me personally, okay? And of course, anybody who thinks the same. Um, I feel that a lot of the times we lack guidance or transparency or intimate conversations. And with my business, I want to have a lot of intimate conversations to where we dig into uh, not only physical, but spiritual, mental, emotional. Because a lot of us have trauma that has hindered us from some type of um, it it hindered us from some type of success, I would say. And it can be, like I said, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. Like, all of these things I feel are just as important as the others. So for me, I want to help pretty much, I want to help people be successful in all of those areas. And depending on what that looks like for you, then yeah, I just want to be of help. So I'm not really sure how to put it into words because I'm still figuring that part out myself, and that's why I created this channel to kind of just get some feedback, but also dig deep into my journey of how I'm going to reach success with all of those things. So I feel like I'm my walk-in testimony, and that's why I just want to share this with you guys. And I've made this, public for a reason, because I felt, if I just pressure myself a little bit, then eventually I'm going to see the fruits of my labor. So that's what the goal is here. Um, so I hope I answered your question. Is it Sania or Sanaya? So it is Sania. So my real name is just Sania. So it's just the ending of my full name. And then, I mean, it also had to do with what I was inspired by. Um, Selena and Aaliyah, the singers, they were some people who I really looked up to growing up. Hello, hello, welcome, guys. Please be sure to check out my content, like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback. I love constructive criticism because I mean, you guys make my channel. So as long as it's positive, I greatly appreciate, all the support, feedback that I can get. So thank you, thank you. Um, okay, what is your business? A life coach. So I don't know if it'll be like I want to say yes, like a life coach, but at the same time, I I'm trying to think what wouldn't qualify me as a life coach. Like, I don't want to be so motivational. It's just more of catered to, that individual. So, like, one minute I can be talking about losing 30 pounds. The next minute I can be talking about how to start a career modeling. So like I wouldn't necessarily say life because it can be specific goals, but that's why I said I'm just trying to cover for myself all aspects because I do believe you have to have a level of success for all of those to flow correctly and reach different, you know, endeavors that you want to complete, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but it's kind of complicated. And that's why I struggle with, writing out my business plan and, actually. So, like, I have a business established, but to actually know, like, the product that I'm, like, selling or, like, the problem that I guess, what is it? What they say, the solution to my problem, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the world a better place. I just feel like, somebody like me just really enjoys helping people. So, any way I can figure out how to do that in the most effective way and impactful way, then that's my goal. So, I'm just figuring out what that looks like in detail and how to write that down and how to make it clear. So, yeah, I'm still working on that, but hopefully, within this last couple of, days, or I don't really want to say months because I'm hoping it don't take me that long, but I just hope to eventually, get it together. The channel needs more exposure. Stumbled on it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Paul. I really appreciate it. That means we gotta share, share, share. I can only do so much. Like I said, y'all make this channel and I really just greatly appreciate, the support, the feedback, and all of that. Please don't ever be shy too, because another thing I want to do on my channel is bring other people who are experts in whatever it is, whether it's social media, whether it's finance, uh whether it's what was I thinking about? I don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. I know a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I'm saying for me to be little old me, I feel like I definitely have people who know people. So, with that being said, I want to be able to be that extended branch. If I can get them to come on my channel, share their testimony, share their tools, their resources, then of course that's exactly what I want to do. So, sounds like wife material. Well, thank you, thank you. I am a wife. I am a wife. I am a mother of two, and I still work, and I am a busybody. But all in all, I definitely feel that this challenge has really opened my eyes to really knowing what my purpose is, as well as um, walking in my authority. And what I mean by that is knowing that God has placed me on this earth for a purpose, and walking in the victory already. I feel like that's my main thing. That's what it's like boiling down to, like me just already claiming it. And so I think a lot of us struggle, with knowing what God is saying, or knowing what his voice sounds like, or just even identifying like what God wants for us. So that's why I created this channel once again, just to kind of, let people know, for one, you're not alone. For two, even with me becoming a wife and a mother of two, like, don't get me wrong, I definitely feel I have experienced some things in my life that's made me a little more, how can I say, I don't want to say advanced, but I would say just more mature, maybe at a fast pace or at a fast rate. And because of that, it's led me to go on this journey to, try to figure out solutions, not only for me, but for you guys as well. So, yeah. Let's see. Question 2. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what this is saying. If somebody can tell me what that is, I don't know what that is. It says, "Where did you get that kimono?" Kimono? I don't know what that is, because it's fantastic. I don't know. I mean, this is a robe, if that's what you're asking. Just looking at you makes me feel calm. Aw. Well, thank you. Thank you. Trust me, my life is not always like this. Like I said, I'm a mother of two, and they are both under the age of 5, so they definitely keep me busy. I think this is just my quiet time. So before I always hop on here, I get into prayer, and I do praise and worship, but also dive into the Bible, and I just kind of reflect on, what stood out to me, and that's where I come here to share this with you guys. But yeah, it's almost like, because it is 1:27 a.m., technically that's how I start my day, right? So technically, but I'm kind of ending my day and then starting my day the same. So yeah, it's kind of complicated, because sometimes, like, when I wake up, it's so funny because my kids, they automatically know, like, well, my daughter, I would say, she's 3. She wakes up and she goes, "Thank you, God, for waking us up this morning." And I just feel so proud, because, like, even though, I didn't teach, well, I guess we did teach her to say that, but I was not like big on like making my kids be like, "Hey, say this or say that." Like, it's almost natural, because she sees that I'm in this, atmosphere. It's almost like, "Mommy, I want to do it too." And I just love it, because it's so loving, and it just shows me how God works in mysterious ways, even without me like trying. And that's why, even when it comes to this channel, God has called me to media for so long. I was supposed to make a YouTube channel maybe about, I would say at least 6 years ago, at least. Um, but I had a lot of things that I was going through at the time. I had a lot of things to still figure out. But I've always known that I was gonna come. I was gonna come here. I was gonna start my channel and all that. So yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to, sorry, read the comments and talk at the same time. Just looking at you makes me feel calm. Oh, I read that already. Good job. Good mom. Thank you. Oh yeah. It's the robe you're wearing. Oh yeah. So I actually got this. It was a gift to me, which I love silky robes. Like, it's because the other robes make me super hot and like I sweat so easily. So yes, I love these type of robes. It's like so soothing to me. Um, but I got it from one of my best friends for her wedding, actually. She gave us this robe, and yeah, I loved it ever since. And it's blue, so it's my favorite color. Oh, kimono is a traditional Japanese robe. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good to know. How are you functional at this hour with two kids? God. To be honest, no, seriously, I do give God all the credit. But even before kids, I was always a night owl. I like stayed up sometimes, like I wouldn't even go to sleep as a kid, and I just always loved the nighttime because in the nighttime I just feel I get, for one, very creative. For two, it's like, I don't know, it just fuels me when I hear like peace. So when I hear peace, I can actually think, like my thoughts are actually coming in to where I can, analyze them and focus. So yeah, I guess it's just something I was born with. I don't know. Um, so yes, let me go ahead and continue my notes really quick. I'm pretty much done for the most part. Um, what I read to you guys was pretty much the bulk of it. Let me, sorry, I'm trying to figure out, what did I just do? Just went past. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. Um, so yeah, I am pretty much done. Let's see. Same night owl. Have a son that will wake up at 6:30 on the dot, but I'm still up at all hours. Oh yes. And then what's crazy too, my son, he is 8 months. Dang, my son's 8 months. That's crazy. Sorry, but my son, he's 8 months and he's still I nurse him. So he still wakes up at least sometimes at 3 a.m. And then now that I started this challenge though, he's been waking up around like 5, which is giving me a little more, you know, time to sleep before I actually wake up to feed him. But most times too, he do go back to sleep, so that's good too. Your voice is so calming. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. But before I wrap things up, how long have I been on here? Okay, almost 25 minutes. That's fair to me. I need to get me some rest anyways, and I still gotta, do my little night routine. But before I head out, I always do verse of the day. Usually on my pre-recorded videos, I do verse of the day. On these videos, I haven't necessarily done it, which that's a whole situation because if you go back to my live videos, my most recent ones that I've done, I was going through this whole thing where, I lost, not, I didn't lose my phone, but it stopped working on me. So I had to use my laptop, but thank God I, figured out how to do that and all this stuff. So I feel like as I was doing this, the devil was definitely working. And then I also think of it like, okay, but maybe it could have been God trying to like make me, stay disciplined and pretty much test me to see like, oh, are you gonna give up or are you gonna keep going? Like, So with that being said, I'm like, all right, God, I hear you. I hear you. Let me figure this out. So anyway, here is verse of the day. It says Matthew 5:10. This is from the NLT version, Holy Bible app. It says, God blesses those who are persecuted for doing right, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. So, on that note, while I am finding me, I pray that you find the real you. Um, I hope you guys stay blessed, stay safe, always be a blessing. Until next time, I love you guys. And I am going to wrap it up. I could put this on as my sleep video. You're silly. But thank you so much. I will see y'all next time. Vessels. Bye.